That's what you think and talk about.
Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL here with another video, and I wanted to talk about this new update, man. Now, I've been seeing the response from the community, and everyone pretty much hates the update. Now, I do want to try to diffuse the situation a bit here. Now, you all know I'm the first one to call Mobile Legends on their bullshit, but what I think currently is they're actually taking some steps in the right direction, and I'll say this because it's not Mobile Legends. Well, it kind of is. I was going to say it's not their fault that players are bad in the community, but it 100% is. So first off, let me tell you all this story. Well, it's not that long of a story, but let me tell you all about this. So my last game, we were playing. I was playing with my homie Falcon, and we went up against a team, and our teammate, he picked a tank, right? So he picked a Kai. This man had a Kai. We look up randomly like halfway through the game, and we're like, what the heck is this guy building? Like, he was in no team fights. Akai was in no team fights. He was up there taking towers and stuff by himself. Then we look at what he's building. It's like, why are you building into attack and magic? Like, he literally has an ADC build mixed with a mage build on a tank, and he was the only tank on our team, and he was running around jungling the whole game. Everybody was calling him out on that in the game, and it's like, can you really blame this guy? Like, is it his fault? Like, Mobile Legends, they can't release a tutorial teaching people how to jungle using a tank, and then like you can't get mad at your teammates after they do something like that. So it's like you can't really be mad at that guy. So but still, I will say that this new ban and pick system that they have, it can work out really bad. I can definitely see how it can work out bad, because the majority of the people don't understand how to play a MOBA. So you have to understand, one of the biggest problems with the community is the YouTubers. Now, I don't want to come at any YouTubers in particular or anything like that, like, because all of us, like when I say YouTubers, I mean everybody. All of us are the problem, and that's just the truth. That's the reality of the situation. I think at some point you have to be man enough to really think about the fact that we're all bringing in 30 million views a month. Like, combined, like we all bring in about 30 million views. So it's safe to say our reach is just about every player in the game. Like, to combine, our reach is just about every player in the game. If every player in the game like is not getting better, and every player in the game still don't, it's players that still don't understand how to play the game, we're not doing something right. The people that are being viewed are not doing something right. So I think that one of the biggest things that you have to take into consideration when you're thinking about this new ban and pick system is that it's not the system in itself that's broken. The system is great. One thing that I've seen, that I've been experiencing lately, is that Karina has been getting banned, and also Estes has been getting banned a lot. So it's like, if those two are getting banned every single game, it's like, yeah, it's an easier game. It's a more competitive game, because you don't have one team, because you more than likely your team isn't going to pick an Estes. Your team isn't going to be the one good with Karina. So yeah, it's going to be difficult for you all to get a win if you don't know, if nobody knows how to play these superheroes that makes every team strong. Like, because Karina and Estes, they're pretty, I'm not shocked to see those two getting banned every single time, because they're that powerful. But I definitely do think that it's the YouTubers' fault that people aren't really good, because you have a bunch of YouTubers uploading these crazy builds. They're doing crazy good with all these, they do crazy good with builds. They do crazy good, like they point out the #1 players and stuff in the world like that based on statistics, which means absolutely nothing. And then you don't really take into consideration, you don't take the time to point out the fact that this person with all this stars at #1, he has a team, and that anybody great at anything has a team behind them. Like, look at Kevin Hart. That's one reason that I respect somebody like Kevin Hart, is because if you look at all his interviews and stuff like that, like every time he's getting all the praise and stuff, he always directs it back to his team. He like, yo, these guys are writers now. They're making their own movies. They're doing their own shows and stuff. Like, they're doing this, and this. Like, and they make me do this and this and that. He points out how it's a team effort in every situation. But I think the one thing, when you just upload gameplay to YouTube, a lot of people think that things are supposed to be done a certain way. A lot of people think that they're supposed to be gods. So they see you dropping like 30, 40 kills and stuff like that, or getting a bunch of kills in a certain amount of time, and they think that that's how you play the game. That's how you win. Like, everybody thinks they're supposed to be the one carrying, and no one supports. No one talks about how important the other roles on the team are, because that's not the content that's being shown to everybody. That's not the content that's cool and popular. What's popular is all the killers, all the #1 killers in the game and stuff like that. And that's why everybody who plays the game wants to be a killer, because they're watching all the YouTubers. So I think that that's what's going on with the community. Like, everybody wants to be that person dealing damage, when everybody is not skilled when it comes to dealing damage. Like, in order to be a good player, you should pretty much know how to play every single role. Like, there was a point in time where people thought that I could only really play ADC. And then people see me playing outside of ADC and see that I do a lot better. They're like, yo, why do you never upload this to YouTube? And it's like, because honestly, nobody is going to care how good of a support you are, how good of a tank you are, how good you are with everything else, because the YouTube wave is about killing. Like, it's about, like, that's what's considered good on YouTube. If you have a bunch of stats, if you have a bunch of MVPs, like, that's what's considered good. Like, I was actually told, like, I was stalked by a bunch of people the other day on Twitter. They were trying to point out how I was bad because, like, I have a 50% win rate on my main account, but on my other account, they said it's impossible that I got to legend in less than a day, and coming from my main account. And people don't realize that on my main account, like, I was playing a month before I even started YouTube, and I was really just fucking around trolling, like, testing out a bunch of builds, doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Like, people don't think about that, take that into consideration at all. And then they see when I actually play with two teammates who know what they're doing, we just go through people and wipe them out quickly. Like, literally, I played some games live on stream, and they still say, like, nope, there's no proof that you did it. Like, you bought that account from someone or something. It's like, what? It makes no sense. What are you talking about? I played live. Like, but yeah, like, it really just came down to you have to think about the fact that, like, because they're glorious legends and stuff. Like, that's the problem. That's the biggest problem. Like, you have a lot of people who are glorious legends who still don't know how to play. They're glorious legends, and they basically don't understand the fact that an ADC is a late game hero. So if I'm using the ADC and I'm taking out middle lane towers, and my two homies, they're up top, like, just holding people off while I'm taking out middle towers, how are you going to get a bunch of kills? We end the game in 5 minutes. So if it's a late game hero and you're ending the game in 5 minutes, who's going to get all the kills? Especially with somebody on your team using a Fanny. So if Fanny's sitting here, if you have a Fanny who can kill people from level 4 and you have to be level 12, who do you think is going to be MVP? You can kill people like, what, 10 almost 10 levels ahead before I can. You can kill people 10 levels before I can. Who should have the most kills? Who should have all the MVPs? Like, you don't really, like, people don't take the time to think logically, and I think that that's one of the biggest problems. So I don't think it's the ban and pick feature that's messed up. I think it's the perception of the community, and I think that that's what needs to be changed in order to fix Mobile Legends. It's not necessarily anything, like, there's not much that they can do. There's not much that, like, I think that at some point the YouTubers have to take responsibility. The YouTubers have to realize that what you're doing is not helping the community. It's helping you. Yeah, you're growing. Everybody thinks you're the best. Everybody thinks you're super good because you all, like, most people never point out the value that they get from their team, the value that comes from playing with people who know what they're doing. Like, team isn't what's being promoted. Like, people need to promote their teams more. That way, more people will be inspired. Like, most people that I talk to in Mobile Legends, they don't even want a team. Like, they want to be like iFlex. They want to be able to carry everybody. They want to be like Jimmy. They want to be able to just go to Legend without help or something like that. Like, everybody just wants to be the people that they're watching on YouTube. And you can't be those people that you're watching on YouTube. The reason that they're so good, the reason that they're capable of basically going to Legend and stuff by themselves is because they play at a high level daily. So when they're playing with their full team, they're practicing against the best players in the world. When you come from practicing against the best players, that's like being a high school basketball player, spending a month in summer camp playing with Michael Jordan, LeBron James. You basically spend a month playing with Golden State. You play with the Warriors. You spend a month playing with the Warriors. You're in high school. You go back to your high school. What's going to happen? You're going to be fucking everybody up. That's what's going to happen. You're going to absolutely destroy everybody. You've been playing with Steph Curry. You've been playing with freaking KD. You've been playing with these people for a month straight. You go back to your high school, no one stands a chance against you, yo. No one is going to stand a chance with you at all because you're practicing against a higher level player. So yeah, that's why these guys are so good. That's why it looks like they can do all this crazy stuff against people and stuff like that, because they're practicing against another level of player, another tier of player. You're practicing with some of the best players in the world, so when you go back and do stuff solo and you play at lower elos and stuff, of course it's going to be super easy. So that's why that's possible. And the one thing I think the community has to do is stop looking at, like, watch YouTubers for entertainment. Watch YouTubers because you enjoy those YouTubers and their content. Don't think that just because they use a build, you can do it. Don't think that just because they wipe out everybody and get to Legend by themselves, you can do it. No, it does not work like that. At the end of the day, it needs to be reminded that this is a team game. That should be beat into your head. This is a team game. You have to work together. You have to support your team. You have to, everyone matters. all Mobile Legends heroes lives matter. Like that's gonna be the hashtag. Nah, that's too long. But seriously, every role matters. You have to really understand how to play Mobile Legends. That's very important. You have to understand how to play Mobile Legends. You have to understand that this is a team game first. That's very important. So yeah, I don't think that the new feature itself is what's bad. I think that the perception of the community and the fact that a lot of YouTubers don't really talk about how they actually attained their skill and stuff, like, because a lot of people, I don't even think it's the fact that a lot of people don't have the knowledge. Yeah, some people don't have the knowledge of how to play a MOBA, but it's even past the point of that. People don't know how to play the MOBA, and on top of that, they're watching all these players who are just superstars, and they're not, the superstars never talk about the fact that it's the team. The team is the reason that they can look like a superstar. Like, anybody logical, anybody who can actually think, like, that's what I want people to do. I want people to be able to think for themselves. Once you can think for yourself, you can realize that, yo, it's definitely the teams that's making everybody look like superstars, and it's not taking skill away from anybody. Like, people should be willing to come out and say this themselves. Like, it's not popular. Like, that's why I'm viewed as a bad player, because I'll 100%, like, I take the mystery out of everything. I got to legend super quick. Then I openly told y'all I played with a Fanny. All I had to do was take out towers. Like, the mystery, like, if I would have just said, oh, I fucked everybody up, we fucked everybody up, I went to legend, like, I'd have been looking like a freaking superstar out here or something. Like, and you did that in less than a day, VeLL, but then you say, I had a Fanny and a Chow on my team. Then everybody like, oh, you got carried, nigga. But that's what happens. Like, the mystery, like, when you don't come out and say, like, it's the team, it shouldn't be viewed as a bad thing that you're playing the game as a team how you're supposed to. And that's where the community's at right now. So when people don't want to play as a team, people don't want to actually support one another, people don't want to learn how to play the game properly, because it's not cool to do that. Like, it's cool to be mysterious and say, yo, I hit this, I hit that, and all that. Yeah, like so that's why I'm pretty much open and honest about everything, because I think that that's important. I don't want anybody's getting any false senses that I'm some type of god or something. No, it's 100% teamwork, and I think that more YouTubers need to be open and say this stuff so that the community can get better. Like, you can be an amazing player. Like, I don't think anyone thinks that any YouTuber is trash, because if you did think that, that's absolutely crazy. Like, all the YouTubers are great players, but the team aspect, all the working together, the knowledge, the information, the fact that you all are training against the best players in the world, like, you have to tell people all of these things so they get the full picture and not just the perspective. I know the views, the money, everything that everybody's getting, all the success is nice, but what good is the success if you're killing the community by attaining it? So don't, I see a lot of people saying they're going to quit the game. Please don't quit the game. Please don't think that this update ruined everything. It's not that the update ruined everything. It's the fact that an update, there's nothing that Mobile Legends can do that's going to make everybody in the game know how to play. Mobile Legends just does not have enough reach. The YouTubers have more reach than Mobile Legends with their own game. So it's really going to come down to the YouTubers actually explaining these things to their audience and helping their audience get better. Like, the YouTubers really need to start helping their audiences get better. We reach way too many people for it to be this many people that's still not good at the game, yo. How many months has this game been up? It's like, I've been in the community for like 6 months now, and that's crazy. Like, almost 7. I've been in the community for that long now, so come on now, y'all. Like, at some point, we have to help the community become better, and I think that more YouTubers need to start doing that. Like, it's cool that you all are considered the best. It's cool that you all are considered super good players now, but it's time to build the community. You have a responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility, man. It's really true, because if you want this community to stay, like, because you have to really think about it. Think about, like, as a YouTuber, like, everybody who's super successful right now, you have to really think about it for yourselves as well. How long will people continue to just watch you dominate people? Like, you know, when some people upload, you know they're finna shit on somebody. Like that. Like, how many times can you see somebody shit on somebody? Like, there's only so many heroes in Mobile Legends. Okay, so if you shit on everybody with everybody, eventually the shit's gonna start to get boring. If, okay, he's shitting on him, I've been watching this guy forever and I'm still not good. Like, you can't give people that perception. So, like, don't make sure your stock value is just super high and people think that you're some type of god, because it needs to be known that it's a team, because it's not good for anybody in the long run. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a quick little rant about the pick and ban and pick system and stuff like that. I really just wanted to talk about this, and I think that's important that we actually get the YouTubers involved and to help and change this community. I think that's the only thing that can change the community, because the YouTubers have the majority of the reach and the power in this community. So That's definitely something that needs to be done. The YouTubers need to help their audiences get better, help their audiences understand everything, and I think that the community and the things that the Mobile Legends team is trying to do to make the game better, I think that it'll really hit home a lot more, like, because the ban and pick feature is not bad at all. It's really not bad at all. It's just the players. Like, you can't control the players, but the people who can control the players and kind of influence their decisions are the YouTubers. And I think that that's what needs to be done. Like, you need to explain to people. You need to make it cool to actually play the game as a team. We've seen enough of the content of everybody just destroying everybody. Please make it cool to play as a team. Make it cool to see, like, start uploading content where you're just keeping people alive, where you're supporting like a motherfucker, like you just using Tigreal and sucking everybody in and throwing them to your team. Like, I want to see content like that become popular on YouTube. Support. Because there's none of that. Everybody wants to be the superstar, and everybody can't be the superstar, and there's no such thing as a superstar in a team game. So yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope nobody took any offense to anything that I've said. Yeah, I'm sorry if you did. I mean, there's really, I can't talk around the truth. The truth is, it's a team game. Team comes first. Team means everything in this game. Individual players don't impress me. Teamwork does. So yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the content. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'm gonna catch you all on the next one, man. Peace out.
If that's what you think, then talk about